My question is regarding Bryce Huff. I feel like I haven't heard much about him since the end of the season. Are we really counting him out? Or do you think the Eagles will give him the beginning of the year to prove himself and earn a spot in the rotation? It seems like they're on the hook for at least one more year, as I doubt they'll be able to get anything of value for him in a trade, and releasing him doesn't make a whole lot of sense financially. What are the best and worst case scenarios in this situation?
Dave and I disagree on this, and I think Dave's point is valid. He doesn't think he'll make it to opening day. I do. I think they're going to give him every opportunity. Look, we know Vic doesn't like the player, but it's year two. They don't have Sweat anymore. They don't have BG anymore. And they're going to have to explore every opportunity, every option to generate pass pressure. And he's a guy that had 10 sacks 2 years ago. I think you got to at least see if there's something there. Dave thinks it's a shorter leash than I do. So I think they'll give him into the regular season. Dave thinks they're going to cut him at the end of training camp.
No, I think they're going to trade him.
Oh, you think they're going to trade him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. What are you going to get for him?
Not much.
Yeah, I think he'll be here on opening day, but certainly possible that they unload him if there's an offer there.
Look, I think the best case scenario is that he stays on the team and is productive and plays like a $17 million player. I think that's the best case scenario. I also think it's unlikely. And I think there's always been a disconnect from front office to coaching in regard to Bryce Huff. I think that's pretty apparent. I think Howie would love to give him every opportunity to play like a $17 million a year player, but Vic doesn't see that in him. At least he didn't last year. He was a healthy scratch in the Super Bowl. And I think it's a locker room dynamic you don't want, to have a guy making that much money who doesn't play.
I think that's a fair point. I just think, before he got hurt and he had surgery, he missed 4 games. He was starting to turn the corner. I felt like he was starting to do some good things. He doesn't have to be an all-pro. If he can just be a productive rotational pass rusher, I think you'll take that. And I don't know if that's going to happen, but I think they'll give him the chance into the season to do that.